When when you're taking this corner, as soon as you start your approach down to the apex, and then you reach the apex, you're pretty much on throttle. I just start rolling into the throttle here. I haven't even reached the apex yet. Full throttle now. Just bringing me out towards track out now on its own, really. But it's flat from that point before the apex. And then there's two different ways you can take this first corner and be fast. On this lap, I go to the opposite side of the curb, and most of the time I'll do that just because it's easier to hit that consistently. If you hit the line perfectly, it's quicker to stay inside the curb and just have your left side tires ride that curbing. But myself, I find it trickier to hit that line every time, so I tend to go to the outside line. And here for the carousel, I lift and go down a gear, and then in the curb line here is a little bit of a wiggle. And from that point on, you're flat out. Which is basically right after the, see the curb, or the curb, I don't know what you would call that, but anyways, that pavement area that's on the outside of the curb, after that ends, is basically when you're back on throttle. And this corner is really important to attack pretty hard. You can get on throttle so early through here with the help of the banking. And, you know, people that are struggling for pace, more times than not, this is a great example to try and teach them on this corner. Because of the way this corner is banked, you can get on the throttle so hard, so early. And the tendency is to kind of think that there's no way you're going to make it and you're just going to understeer off the other side of the track. But because that banking is fairly steep, it helps the car hold the road so well. You'll see here just before apex, I'm almost full throttle here. Now I'm full throttle already as I'm starting to track out. You might think you're going to hit that wall, but you're not. The banking really helps you hug the road. And being on throttle actually helps the rear of the car rotate more, so. And as you're approaching this corner, don't pay any attention to the concrete repair job. That's not the fastest line. It didn't wear out because most cars go there. It just happened to wear out there. The fastest line you'll see is what I take here. Hug that inside corner pretty early, because you see how the corner goes uphill. You're actually going to use part of that uphill as an aid in slowing down in addition to your brakes. So you can brake so much later here because you're going to use that to help you. Now down this straight along the left hand side, it's bumpy as hell. It might only matter in the Williams, but coming over to this side is probably half a tenth or a tenth quicker, because staying on the left hand side, going over all the bumps, you get tons of wheel spin, and you'll be slower down that straight because of it. Then I aim for this second last sign here as my spot to come back over to, since just after that I'll be braking. Even this corner is not banked crazy, but there's enough banking to help you. So every time there's banking, you got to be attacking a little more than you think you should be. This might be the only corner where there's not really any banking helping you. And I think on this one I also missed the apex.